Good morning. Today in this video we are going to see about germ theory of disease. The germ theory of disease states that many diseases are caused by microorganisms such as bacteria, virus, protozoa or fungi. The diseases are caused by the growth and replication of microorganisms. Several careful observers had made strong arguments for the germ theory of disease. Fragasto and few others had suggested that invisible organisms produced disease. Most believed that disease was due to a cause of microorganisms. The support for the germ theory of disease early 19th century. Agostino Bassi 1773-1856. He first showed a microorganisms could cause disease when he demonstrated in 1835 that a silkworm disease was due to a fungal infection. In 1845, M.J. Berkeley proved that the great potato blight of Ireland was caused by fungus. Pasteur was asked French government to investigate the disease called pebrine of silkworms that was disturbing silk industry. After several years of works, the disease was due to a protozoan parasite. The disease was controlled by caterpillars from egg produced by healthy moths. Contribution of Joseph Lister. The indirect evidence that microorganisms were agents of human disease came from the work of English surgeon Joseph Lister to prevent microorganisms infecting wounds, death from post-surgery. He developed antiseptic surgery designed to prevent microorganisms from entering wounds. Lister used dilution solution of phenylcarbolic acid to soak surgical dressings and by performing surgery under a spray of disinfectant to prevent airborne pathogens. The incidence of surgical sepsis was greatly reduced. This became common practice. Contribution of Robert Koch. The first direct demonstration of the role of bacteria in causing disease from the study of Bacillus anthracis, which caused a disease in cattle and also developed pure culture. Robert Koch proved that the causal relationship between microorganism and a specific disease are known as Koch postulates. The Koch postulates are: the organisms must be present in every case of disease. The second, the suspected microorganisms must be isolated and grown in a pure culture. The same disease must result when the isolated organism is inoculated into healthy host. The same microorganisms must be isolated again from the diseased host. This is Koch postulates. The microorganisms are isolated from the dead animal. From the dead animal, the organisms are grown in a pure culture. The organism is identified. The identified organism is again inoculated into healthy animal. The healthy animal get infected. After that infection, the same microorganism is isolated. The same disease were reproduced. This concept also was an important advance in the development of germ theory of disease. He identified the bacterium that causes tuberculosis, developed a complex method of staining. He also guided the research that led to the isolation of Vibrio cholerae, the bacterium called cholera. Thomas Jonathan Burrill, 1839-1916. He is an American botanist who first discovered bacterial causes for the plant disease, fire blight and a new or studied called plant pathology. The plant pathology is nothing but study about plant diseases. Sergei Vinogradsky, 1856-1953 and M.W. Bajenik, 1851-1931. These two scientists were isolated and identified a new types of bacteria, chemoautotrophic, from soil which can grow completely inorganic nutrients as a sole source of energy. Example, sulfur bacteria. They also developed enrichment technique to culture a specific bacteria and their isolation. They were also discovered nitrogen fixing bacteria such as Rhizobium and Azotobacter. Emil Christian Hansen's. He is Danish botanist, discovered a new method of cultivating pure strain of yeast for industrial fermentation, mainly with yeast that convert carbohydrate to alcohol. Rise of microbiology. The other contribution in microbiology, Edward Jenner, he successfully vaccinated a boy Phipps against smallpox in 1798. Dmitry Ivanovsky is a Russian scientist, filtered infectious extract from tobacco plant and infected with the mosaic diseases. A class of infectious agents was discovered and called as viruses. This is about germ theory of disease. I hope all you understood. Thank you so much. We'll see in next important video. Thank you.